Hello everyone, my name is Javin and this is my YouTube channel, and today I wanted to discuss what the best console from this generation is. Well, the second best, because we all know that the real best is, and that is of course the Wii U, the only home console of this generation to come with a stylus, the most important feature for me in a video game console. There are just so many different ways that you can compare all three of these different consoles. You've got the Xbox One, you've got the PS4, and the Nintendo Switch. Today, I thought I would break this down into a little list that you could understand. These are the things that are important to me, so they're probably important to you too. First, I wanted to discuss the controllers for each respective console. These are very important devices. They are how you will interact and input with all of your games. All right, I am going to be going worst to first. So first off, my least favorite is probably the PS4 controller, and that is because my left thumb is twice as long as my right thumb, and it doesn't just work well with the thumbsticks here. It just doesn't fit on the thumbsticks. I'm really up here at this touchpad. I really think that the best part about the PS4 controller is this little light in the back here, this light stick right here. When I'm having a long gaming session and it's dark out and I need to get up and go to the bathroom, I can use this light to navigate my way to the bathroom. Definitely a strong number 2 on my list is the Nintendo Switch controller. This is definitely a little bit on the small side. If I had little baby hands, it might work a little bit better. But very well designed, and not only do you get one controller, you get 2 with your system. So if you have small hands, this may be the perfect controller for you. Me personally, the console with the best controller for my hands is the Xbox One controller, and that is because, of course, my thumb being twice as long on the left side than on the right side. So it may vary depending on your situation, but I have to say, this design is very comfortable for me. There's a point I'm going to knock the Xbox One controller on. They still do not include these with the rechargeable battery. You have to buy those separately, which is an extra like $25, which is ridiculous. Alright, so obviously the looks are subjective of these different consoles. So instead of telling you which one looks best, I wrote a little poem for you. Here we go. This one is big. This one is little. This PS4 is right in the middle. So you decide for yourself which looks best upon your shelf. The next big point I hear a lot of different reviewers and people talk about when they're talking about these consoles is portability. But for me, that doesn't matter. I do not leave my room. I stay in my room 24/7. I only come out to use the bathroom. And so it doesn't matter to me if the console, you could take it around. I mean, this is just as portable as this to me around my room. So portability-wise, honestly, this is probably more portable than this. So my use case, obviously, the PS4 and the Xbox One are more portable than the Nintendo Switch, since I don't leave my room. Alright, so the next big thing we want to talk about when we're talking about console usability, and this is a huge point for me. Obviously, the portability doesn't matter, but this really does matter, and that's the stackability on top of the consoles. How much stuff you can store on top of these devices. And obviously for the Xbox One, it's a big boy. The only issue here is there's these vents on the side, so you probably want to avoid stacking stuff on this part if you can, but you know, if you get in a pinch and you have something really big you need to stack, you can put a truck on there. It'll fit no problem. You know, just throw anything you want, papers, Pokeballs, I don't know, sweatshirts. It all fits on top of there real nice, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about my Xbox One is how much stuff I just can put on top of it. Now we move on over here to the PS4, and it's a similar story. Doesn't have quite as much room across as the Xbox One does, but it doesn't have those vents on the top, so that is an added bonus. You don't have to worry about overheating on the top here, so just go crazy. Put anything flammable, anything you want, stack it real high up. That's always what I do. I like storing my sweatshirts and clothes on top of my consoles, because I don't like putting them away in the drawers, so they end up on top of there. So this one works great. And now we get to the real issue over here, which is the Nintendo Switch, and this console really sucks for this. I mean, you can put the dock this way, and then you can stack stuff up, but I don't think that's the way they meant to do that. So yeah, you can only like hang a few, maybe your underwear you can hang over top of there, but otherwise, Nintendo Switch is not good for stacking stuff up on. And this next thing that I wanted to discuss, it's a non-issue for me, but for a lot of people, the graphics, resolution, and frame rate is a huge deal. And if it's a huge deal to you, don't play on console. Go get yourself a computer and spend a few $1,000s building it up, and make yourself a machine that will play at the frame rate and the graphics that you want it to. If you're blind like me, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between 240p or 4K. It's all going to blur in the same. It doesn't matter if it's pixelated or whatever. I can't see it, so it doesn't matter. The only time I start having an issue is when I start seeing things displayed in 144p. Then I can start noticing a little bit of a quality dip there. Also for frame rate, as long as it's higher than about 2 or 3 frames per second, it's a good slideshow going on. I get what's happening. So that's my requirements. I want 2 to 3 frames per second and above 240p resolution, which all these consoles deliver, no problem. So yeah, I don't understand the issue everyone has with these graphics and frame rates, so whatever. Obviously, I should probably touch on for a second here the online services for each console. If you're an online gamer who wants cross-platform games, I don't know, go for the PS4, Xbox One. If you don't have one already at this point, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, they've been out for, 5 years now? A lot of people say get the system that your friends play, but if you don't have any friends, that doesn't help you very much, does it? All right, and the last point I wanted to touch on today, we've touched on a lot of different points. We've touched them up, got them all sturdy and smudged, just like my consoles and my Switch, is the games. I want to talk about the games. These are the most important parts, probably, of your system. So the best part about the Nintendo Switch, by far, is these little cartridges. They have a wonderful bitter taste to them. Oh, that is nice. It reminds me of Warheads, those little sour candies from my childhood. These are just wonderful. Whenever I'm feeling like I need a little bit of a sour kick, a little bit of a bitter taste, I always break out my Nintendo Switch games and give them a nice little lick, and it's just the jolt, just the shock I need for my life. And oh boy, I cannot wait until I find out what those master chefs at Nintendo are cooking up next. I want to know what the next flavor of the games are going to be. I'm hoping it's something fruity. A lot of these are very sour, and I'm really hoping for something that's a little less sour next time. So here's to hoping that the next flavor will be cherry. For the PS4, we have the games, and this has actually been a big issue for me. And that is because I decided to play Persona 5, and what a mistake that was. I am at 100 hours in, and no signs of stopping. I can't play any of my other games until I finish this one. That's what my girlfriend said, at least. So I'm still playing this one. I'm about 100 hours in. Send help, please. Of course, we have the Xbox One, which is the butt of every joke. Everyone says there's no exclusives for the Xbox One. Well, this is what I have to say to those people. Your mom is exclusive to me. In the end, when it comes down to all these different consoles, their capabilities, their controllers, everything about them, we have to ask ourselves the one real question that matters in the end. Do they play Skyrim? And the answer is, yes, they all do. So they're all winners in my book. You can't go wrong if you have a console that plays Skyrim. Alright, so my final recommendation, my final endorsement between these 3 current generation consoles, and a twist ending, goes to the Xbox 360. That is the best console of this generation. It plays Skyrim. It is the best. Alright, that is it for the video. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoy playing Skyrim, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and hopefully it gets ported to more systems. I'm hoping it gets ported to my phone, to my microwave, and to my oven. I want to be able to play while I'm cooking, and that is just an issue that Bethesda, I'm sure, is working on. So thank you everyone for watching the video. Please have an awesome day, and let me know down in the comment section below what you think of all these consoles.